I look back at my life, and all I see are the messes I made. I can do one thing right with the time I got left. I can't do it alone.
You'll no longer be beloved celebrities.
In the fewest of ways.
You will be wrathful gods.
That doesn't sound good, Ashley.
Oh, you know it, Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley.
This is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
Let's go.
That's a spirit champ.
Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
Run!
You're all welcome.
Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day, maybe we'll someday grow. Till then, just sit your drum on that fuck runway. I can't be your Superman, can't be your Superman, can't be your Superman, can't be your Superman. I can't be your Superman, can't be your Superman, can't be your Superman, your Superman, your Superman.
Soldier Boy tough. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called Soldier Boy. You just gotta punch, then crank back 3 times from left to right. Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soldier Boy? That Superman. Now why me crank that Soldier? 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 Now what? Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soldier Boy? That Superman. Now why me crank that Soldier? 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 Now what? Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me in it? Why me rock? Superman, yeah, why me crank that RoboCop? Super friend, now why me jocking on them, hate them, man. When I do that Soldier Boy, I lean to the left and crank that thing now. I'm jocking on you, I'm jocking on you. And if we get the fight, then I'm cocking on you. You catch me at your local party, yes, I crank it every day. Haters get mad, cause I got me some bathing days. Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it, why me roll? Why me crank that Soldier Boy, that Superman? Now why me crank that Soldier?
Hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday and it's a good day. It's a good day for me because I feel like the boys came through. I've been seeing a whole lot of static about this episode and about certain things and scenarios going a bit too far. I honestly did not mind any of it. I feel like this is the best episode we have gotten in. The season so far has been really, really stale. So if I can be intrigued just a little bit, it's a good day for me. Of course, you guys know that I am not only streaming on my channel, but my guest channels backstage as well. So if you could like, share, even subscribe on all 4 of our platforms, that would be absolutely awesome. Of course, I am not going to waste a drop of time. I want to know what the people thought backstage because I was low-key living for this episode a little bit. Was it perfect? No. But it gave me what I needed to give. Now I'm gonna bring out Ashley with this sweet perspective first because I want to know what Ashley thought about Ashley. Ashley?
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, I struggled with it because normally in past seasons, right, when the boys went over the top, over and above, it served a meaningful purpose. This time, I felt like we were stuck in the weeds a little bit with very little payoff. At the end, like, blow up somebody's head at the end of all this. If I have to sit down in this dungeon lair for 20, 30 minutes, make it fully worthwhile. But overall, we're getting better. We're on the right track. I've got some answers. And I'm here for episodes 7 and 8. I just hate they waited till the end of the season to start making stuff shake.
The dead end to try to make some stuff shake. Like we could have been here. This could have been episode 3. That's what I'm feeling like. But of course, it's not just me and Ashley. Got my girl Kay back there with them books because she reading them.
Okay, y'all, she gonna come right back up. There she goes. There she is.
Okay. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes. This episode was so unhinged. That's the word. Unhinged.
There we go. Unhinged.
Unhinged.
Is it a good unhinged or a bad unhinged, Kay?
It's a weird unhinged. I want bring back the flying sheep.
Don't do that.
Bring them back.
You prefer the last episode to this one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow! I just knew it was all gonna be here in unison and with excitement. So much more happened in this episode than that last episode. Like we moved somewhere. We went somewhere this episode. The story moved. You know what? I'm about to tell what I want to hear. I'm about to bring Dom up here with the screen static. He better tell me something I want to hear. Tell me something good, Dom, because I just know you at two, Dom. You too.
No. This episode was by far better than last episode. Last episode was an hour of wasted time.
Thank you.
But this episode felt like when the person in school who wait till after midterms to try and now start getting good grades. Like it's almost too late. Like the grades is in the book. There's no extra credit now. It's too late.
It is. It's too late. You failed. You got to go to summer school. Don't try to come and make some stuff happen here now. Y'all, we're going to get into these slides. Let me read the super chats that we have already in the building. TG is in the house with the $2. Hope that Tara will allow me to join the stream. Now, TG, you already know. You already know I am not one to be bringing the subs on. There's a certain place, time, and live for that. But just bringing somebody in. Now, if you have your channel and you putting in work and I'm seeing your videos, you are more than welcome to join. But we're not just hopping on to here. There's another place for that. But I love the $2 though, and I love you. Thank you, TG. Thank you. Dang, C is in the house. This episode, what?
Well, there was a lot of ass in this episode, though.
This episode was ass. It was weird for no reason. Is the boys not weird? I'm just not understanding you guys. Like, oh my god, like this was just so disjointed from what we revel in certain things longer than we needed to. Absolutely, but this is on par with the boys for me. I wasn't like shocked. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It wasn't weird for me. It wasn't. Not too much. Not too much on this best episode by far that we've gotten. Y'all supposed to be living, but all right, we gonna get into why y'all want living for it. I'm gonna go ahead and get Butcher on out the way. Old Billy, you can see Becca too. I decided to put this here first because I think we already knew for the most part that Kessler wasn't there and Becca wasn't there either. But I feel like we have that angel and demon devil type of thing on his shoulder of what path that Butcher could go and what decision he'll make when it comes to this virus. And I'm going to say, why we're not getting to that virus for like pretty much the very end of the live. But Butcher was just feeling like, just make some more. We're torturing Samir all while torturing himself. This didn't really do anything for me because even though it was supposed to be a big revelation, we always knew it wasn't. What was doing it for me was just the state of Butcher. Butcher looks terrible. Butcher looks like he's he's the Walking Dead at this moment. He looks terrible, no pun intended. He looks absolutely terrible. The black mass he's throwing up into the sink, and it's just like, at this point, it's not really about the virus and Homelander and Ryan. Are you going to live to see tomorrow? Dom, how did you feel about this reveal? Butcher in his state in the way that he was going at Samir about that virus.
So this part I was happy with and I was upset with all at the same time. Because, yeah, you're right that the reveal that Papa Winchester, who was a figment of his imagination, that we knew that was coming. But I did like how it was revealed to Butcher. Like them going back and forth, and then him turning to Becca and be like, "If you don't shut up," and Butcher's face being flabbergasted was hilarious to me. Like, you was the last one to know. We all knew, and you just not figuring it out. But what bothered me was Samir, because why did we have to wait to the end of the episode for you to tell me that you can't do it because to kill Homelander, to make it strong enough to kill Homelander, it's got to be airborne. When I was squeezing your leg and you was telling me it was gonna take months after I gave you a week, that was the time to share this information. You had to wait this whole episode for you to tell me something you could have told me an hour ago. That was the only thing that bothered me about Samir.
Yeah, the Homeland is death to all suits. If like you could have maybe saved the pinky toe if you would have told me that sooner. I would have told him that mid-chop. I would have gave him that information. Kay, how do you feel about Butcher and his state in this revelation that we not only got about Kessler not being real, but the virus is a killer of all suits, not just Homelander. It's going to become airborne.
Butcher worried about the wrong thing right now. Okay, he over there half dead, throwing up, look like just extraterrestrial type vomit. Like who vomits in that color? No matter how sick you are, nothing like that should come outside of you. He's worried about the wrong thing, and then he just now figured out that Negan was not real. Like he's like, I know Becca's not real, but I thought you was real. He's worried about the wrong thing at this point. Like Butcher, we don't put the virus whole thing on hold because right now you got health problems and you got mental health problems. Like we need to focus here because how you gonna get to do something that's going to take out somebody else and you about to go out?
Ashley, how do you feel about this brain tumor that's happening?
So here's the thing, right? You guys, this is probably one of the things that has me most excited about the next 2 episodes because we know by the end of the episode, Kessler reveals to him, listen, I'm your daddy. Okay. You're going to do what I tell you to do because I'm the one that came out and did what needed to be done to Freaky Zeke. And I said, okay, now we're getting somewhere. So not only is Kessler a manifestation of all of the bad things that are in Butcher to do, he really represents these worms, this creature, whatever that comes out in the nick of time to, save him or do damage. So here's my thing, right? At what point is Kessler completely going to take over Butcher and he's completely run by this organism inside of him? That's the point I want to get to and see how that's going to evolve. I'm super actually excited about that. And will all of that be presented as Kessler going forward? You know what I mean? I'm really interested to see where they go with that. I think it has a ton of potential to be great in these next 2 episodes. As far as Samir, he down bad. I'm surprised he hasn't bled out at this point. But it is like, and so not only did he say it would be, unaliving to all of the soups, he said anyone who has taken compound V. So that would be Huey, that would be Butcher, that would be anyone who's, tipped and dipped. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out and what they're going to do with this.
I don't know. It didn't do nothing for me. I'm like, Butcher ain't killing the suits. He not. Like, I think I was waiting for it to be I'm the one who came out and appeared and, handled business when we needed to. And, you just came to it and it was Buddy. I thought it was going to manifest into like, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing Kessler, but this is what I really look like. I was just waiting for Venom to pop out. Whenever Venom decides to pop out, or I thought that Black Mass, I was like, okay, is that some of it? Is he going to is it about to, get legs and walk? Like what? I'm waiting for the extraterrestrial moment to happen. And it's just not, we're still just getting Kessler, but I do understand why your excitement. But yes, Samir should have bled out a long ago, child. Thank you, Dane C, for the $5 super chat. Thought Tech Knight was supposed to be a fake ass Batman, but when they went to the Batcave and it was BDSM dungeon, get the out of here. Getting
real fast.
I see that did okay. You know what? I'm not gonna play with y'all because y'all already y'all watch Gen V. Y'all seen him looking for every glory hole he could find. I never thought for 1 second that it would be anything less. Like I knew from the moment that the little what is that web weaver he's giving a little sex slave just off of GP as soon as we meet him. He giving I do everything strange for a little piece of change. That's the only reason he was invited. So
right. So he said so everybody could go and take turns. I was like, what kind of party is this?
Thank you, Dave, for the $5. But with Tech, I don't know Tech from the comics, and I was hoping, which we're going to get into, we would see that. I was like, I thought he would be more involved. I didn't think we were going to lose him just yet in this episode, but we don't know that. The only thing I know about Tech Knight is every hole is a goal. That's what I know. I don't know nothing else. Thank you for the $5.
That he's carving out holes, and I'm like, there's got to be extra diseases when you do something like that. That really sent me.
Extra diseases. Okay, I swear. Huey's mom wants to stay close, and Starlight haters gonna hate. Huey Sr. made in Manhattan departure. This is a choice. This was a choice. I'm really trying harder every week to care about Huey's situation. I don't care if his mom is not a supervillain working for V with some secret inner power or just some ulterior motive. I need something because I just don't care. I don't care. Like, shall I throw them little ashes in the street and keep going? I don't care about the haters hating on Starlight at this point. This is just a portion of the show that I would rather not deal with moving forward. But I get that this is a link in the chain of Huey pretending to be okay and he's not. But I'm ready to leave here. If y'all wasn't going to let Daddy Huey run rapid through the street with them powers for at least one more episode, don't give me y'all scattering them ashes in the street. Ashley, what did you think about Huey and his mom and the going home for Huey Sr.?
Why are you telling her everything, Huey? Shut the heck. Okay, Huey pissed me off so bad. This is the way that you alienate a character to the point to where I don't care if he's unalived at any given moment. I was hoping maybe he went out in the dungeon. Like, Huey, what's wrong with you? She asked a simple question. He's going to break down the whole crew. Yeah, that's Kamiko. And Frenchie turned himself in because he unalived the world and did all this. And I'm like, why are you telling this heifer this? I still think that there's something super diabolical about her. I do not trust her as far as I can throw her. And as far as the walking tour, the Made in Manhattan thing, cheesy. And why you got your daddy in the Bustelo tent canister? Like, Huey, just stop it. And then the random, oh, you're a baby, whatever, to start. Come on. Starlight walking 10 steps behind, like, that's not your man. Why are y'all even there? Like, what's the point of all of this? We do not care.
I love the can. It reminded me, you ever seen Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. and he's carrying his father's ashes around that can? That's what it cracked me up for that purpose because I love that movie. Kay, how did you feel about this?
I had to unmute myself. What was the reason? I mean, like, what is the whole reason why we're following Huey in his personal life? I don't understand. This is not even relevant to the story anymore. Do y'all just want him to be a star or something? Because this is the part of the show where you go get some snacks, where you go to the bathroom, where you check your messages on your phone. Because this ain't nothing going on that's going to be part of the bigger picture here. This is not going on with the conspiracy and the politics. Ain't nobody using no powers. It's just, this is the dead space of the show. We could have skipped it.
It has to be here because his mom has to have an ulterior motive, and that's what I'm waiting on. And the longer they keep pushing it off, I'm just getting more and more detached from Huey. It has to be that, Kay. It can't be nothing else.
We've been waiting on this the whole time. We've been waiting on it the whole time, and she still ain't revealed nothing. And we're still waiting.
You're revealing everything enough for everybody else. Dom, how did you feel about this?
The one thing I didn't like about this is the Made Manhattan slander by Huey and Starlight. Made Manhattan is a great movie. It's a great American classic. J-Lo deserved the Oscar for that movie. I will not tolerate Made Manhattan slander from the boys. But the only reason that I agree that the mom has to come and has to have an ulterior motive at some point is because we got rid of one dead storyline already, and I guess we'll talk about that later. But they didn't already push one character off. They ain't even called an actor to work today for this episode. So we still spending time with Huey and his mom. So it feels very CW to me, because if you ever watch any CW show, the villain is always the parent. And so then whenever one parent dies, a mysterious new parent or parental figure always shows up, and then they're the villain too. So that is very much giving CW to me, but they just dragging it out way too long. Let this lady be evil or be tied to something with the boys so we can get over with. Because I'm definitely ready for Huey to die. I think that Jack Quaid is using his nepotism to stay on the show because Huey should have been dead.
He ain't even as good as the other. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Thank you, TG, for the for the $2 super chat once again. I'll try. I hope that my hard work pays off. You have to. You got to be diligent to be in this YouTube space, TG. I'll tell you that. But if you get the ball rolling and you're being productive, I will definitely bring you on over across the street and have you with Struggle Reviews to join the conversation. Let me see what's going on. Thank you, 2G. We have A here with the $4.99. I just need someone to explain how Sister Sage wasn't smart enough not to antagonize a man with a gun. She thought Marvin wasn't about that life, and he was gonna let that daughter trump. Like, well, you know, what would Jesus do? What would my baby want me to do? Girl, no. What you talking about? I've been a part of the boys longer than I've been next to that little baby, you know, for her life. So I'm gonna let that trumpet every single time. Thank you so much, A, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much to the 55 people here in this live. We appreciate it. Keep liking, keep engaging, and keep running it up and leaving those comments. We love it. I'm gonna show y'all some love for that. Speaking of Marvin, y'all about to give Marvin a heart attack. We'll be right back.
I gotta find peace of mind. I know now I have to face. I gotta find peace of mind. Please don't let me disgrace. He says it's impossible. The temptations of my past, but I know it's possible. Will my devotion last? He says there's no me without him. Please help me forget about him. He takes all my energy, trapped in my memory, constantly holding me, constantly holding me. I need to.
Y'all think I'm gonna let y'all kill Marvin? Y'all got another thing coming, okay? We're not killing Mother's Milk. Y'all can take Huey. Y'all can take A-Train. Take any of them. You know, we not killing Marvin, okay? Let my man breathe and give him a peace of mind. I told y'all last live he needed to go and take a break from them boys and go brush his baby's hair. I didn't realize till I was putting that montage together. I'm like, oh, he did actually spend a little time with him. Kamiko's new storyline. Frenchie turns himself in and no one blinks but Kamiko. Showing up until Frenchie accepts the visit. I did not, and I hate it because I love me some Frenchie. I didn't miss Frenchie at all this episode. I didn't want to know what he was doing, what was happening. I just did not care. I did want to maybe explore that other side of Kamiko. It's like we just dropped that whole storyline of the retaliation and the girl and the memories. And I don't know if we're going to go back to that. But at this point, it just seems like, oh, Frenchie doesn't want to see me. I'm showing up here every day until Frenchie will accept my visit and talk to me. Kay, I'm going to come to you first. How did you feel about Kamiko relentlessly trying to get in contact with Frenchie? And the crew not even saying nothing. It was just like, yeah, he turned himself in. Nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. But her.
I thought that's so selfish of Frenchie because he is the closest to her and he knows that she doesn't have anybody else. He knows that. And for him to not even talk to her, to see her, to tell her what's going on, it's kind of messed up a little bit. See, Frenchie, we already weren't feeling you, but him just, pushing her to the side. And he know that she even has a sore spot for losing her own brother. So it's like triggering to her at this moment. And yeah, apparently the rest of the boys don't care about him like we don't care about him. Frenchie, open up the doors for the only person that actually cares. It's only one. It's only one person.
Everybody gets one. Dom.
Man, look, we talked about it last live when Frenchie was in the episode, how they need to get rid of him. And when he turned himself in, I knew that they was putting him in the corner. I didn't think that they was going to actually not show him. I thought we was going to get a couple scenes of him in a cell doing push-ups or contemplating. They didn't even call him the set for this. Which just goes to show how irrelevant this storyline is and how they don't know what to do with them. They're like, we just need you to sit over here for an episode or two. And then, but to me, what they messed up at is, to me, the point of that is to streamline the storylines. Or if you're going to take out one person, it's supposed to give up some room to explore the other characters. And so you got Kimiko, whose only job is now to pine over. You might as well kept Frenchie in the episode if all she gonna do is pine over Frenchie. Has she been back to the therapist to get to with the speech therapy? What about the revenge people coming after her? I don't know what's going on in her actual storyline because we ain't been back to it. And so it was like I understood from a narrative perspective why we had to get rid of Frenchie because he was irrelevant, but you didn't use the space to do anything with the other characters that you got. And yeah, all of them are trash because they know what he did, but they didn't want to check in on him. And this is why, the Boys is a trash team, because the X-Men, which is a family, Beast turned himself in the cartoon. He turned himself in. They broke him out of jail. They bust open the jail, and Beast was like, actually, I'm here for a reason. Y'all let me stay here. And then they had to let him stay here. But they still broke into jail to try. They was like, hey, we can't let the boy stay in here like this. The Boys is trash. They got the whole CIA funding behind them. And they was just like, yeah, he went to jail for that mob stuff. Then we're going to let him sit there. Moving on. We got other stuff to do.
With this, which would be tired to me, because this is like, we got to do all of this to come full circle back around to this moment. I was like, are they trying to tie him being in prison to what we get later with Tech Knight and him being in the prison industry or whatever?
Because he was in that prison that Tech Knight people own.
Yeah, V and Homelander's plan to work with Tech Knight in the prisons and whatever. Are we going to tie that back to that? That was a big circle to make just to do that, if that is what this is for. Ashley?
Yeah, I really wish they would have just taken Frenchie out, either by his own hand or someone else's, because I think it's a disservice to Kimiko's character for her to be completely centered around Frenchie and what happens to him. Like, she has so much potential as a character to do greater things than babysit his memory. You know what I'm saying? Because he's refusing to see her. These are just wasted scenes. And I want to say we went there, twice in the last episode? Like, child, who cares? And Tremaine Scott, shout out to you. She said the same thing, Tyra, that they're probably going to put him in one of those internment camps, which will be using his knowledge, his skill to accomplish whatever purpose. He would have been better off gone. I would have rather said goodbye to Frenchie, had a little service, some, soul singing and, wearing black. I'd appreciated that. But yeah, I don't like this for Kimiko. I don't like it for the show. Get rid of him.
Oh boy. Thank you so much, TG. Tyra's been my big inspiration for me trying it. Whoever is your inspiration, that's the main thing I tell anybody about YouTube. Just don't wait. Just start making videos and post them, because I think I postponed it way longer than I should have starting the channel. Thank you, TG, for the $2. And we have another one here. Dane, I already see your comment. Marvin Mother's Milk is on Ozempic, hits the panic attack. I'm just not gonna play with you in here. And I see the one underneath. Am I just joking? Thank you, Dane C, for the $2. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Dan, you already know how I am. You send another $2 with a proper apology for that, because I ain't like that one. Don't do Mother's Milk. He said he on his health journey. Let me go on. Don't put your head down. Don't do. Yeah. Speaking of Mother's Milk, y'all got me breaking out in halves. Now, last episode, he was breaking out and y'all got me stressed. Not only are we getting into Huey, we're prepping for this mission and Huey's okay. This is where the boys let me down every time. Like, when has Huey ever came through? Why do we keep making Huey the main guy? Anybody could have put that funky ass suit on. Anybody could put that suit on. Like, y'all would have had better luck putting Kimiko in that suit. Anyway, Frenchie, see, this is why we need you to be out. Well, no, you on drugs. You couldn't put the suit on either. Marvin's trying to find his tranquility. A-Train is acting surprised that there's any repercussions for him becoming an op. And we also get into Tech Knight's all-white party. How are we supposed to do that? Now, leaving this is where they had me messed up. I do love the running gag of Marvin being a germaphobe and us constantly putting him into situation where y'all trying to hurt my boy. Yeah. Lubricant, please. Operation Sedate Web Weaver and take his costume the way this would have been a job for Huey. This is a Huey job right here. You get in here and do this. The way I would have called for Huey, because no, not only do we have to inject this into this man's anus, but we get a little confetti shot. We get some confetti on our face. Even thank you. It was at least it was the web and it wasn't the other confetti. But still, I don't need that, man. I don't need that in my face. But this is typical boys putting mother's milk in this particular scenario. Ashley, what did this do for you?
It pissed me off because why does he have to be the one to insert in orifices, and like why does he have the one to get projectile, and why did he do it? It's okay to say no. That would have been the day I would have quit because it's too much. And then for the fact that he stuck it in the web hole, like y'all, it was way too freaking much. And if this man is so familiar with that type of play, why couldn't he do it himself? Like, ain't no way, bruh. Give me the tickets, give me the passes, and you do it. I hate how they have mother's milk doing all of these things. Get somebody else to do it. I thought
it was enough with if we're gonna keep doing like anal play. We already had the projectile situation with the extra large penis all them seasons ago. Like, and that was like, oh my goodness. But him inserting, like, why this couldn't be a job for Huey? Why y'all call the brother? why y'all call the brother? Like, why y'all had to call the? I gotta put my Malcolm hands up here. Why y'all had to call the brother? Okay, Don, why you call the brother? Huh? Why you call the brother, Don?
Look, I try, and take my black man hat off, and just look at this as content, and like I see the parallel or the juxtaposition of you got the germaphobe having to do the most disgusting thing. And on paper, sure, that's a cool running joke. But I can't take the black man in me. It's like, because when he first walked through the door and when we were told him what to do, what he needed to do, he was like, hell the fuck no. And in that sense, I felt him. That was me and him were on one spirit, but that should have been it. He said no and walked out and got Huey to do it. And so, because Huey has no other purpose. Huey has no function. He has no skills. He's here to do the stuff that I don't want to do. That's to me, and it would have been just as comical.
Yeah.
And just as funny and just disgusting if you had Huey elbow deep up that man's butt. And so so at this point, I'm over the bodily fluids on Laz Alonso. It's gotten to a head at the point where I don't want to see it no more.
I didn't like the double back. Like, we had to shoot that in his face and have him inject something into this man. We didn't need that double back. We didn't need it. Okay?
I'm with Ashley on this one because listen, if I'm already OCD, that would have been the last straw. Huey would have been the new leader of the boys after this. Okay. I said, you know what? That that's it. I'm good on that. This is messing with my mental health. Get somebody else to do it. I can't do it. I don't know. Tell the butcher he should have been here for this. Okay. He should have been here. This is my last day. I put in my 2 weeks notice. You know what? I don't even put in 2 weeks notice. I'm just walking off at this point. Because why? Because why would you do that to the person with the OCD? Actually, Starlight is pretty useless these days too. Her powers ain't even working. She could have did it.
Doing nothing. Anybody could have did this. I thought for a second he was here alone, but instantly afterwards, I was like, Huey was outside this whole time. The way I would have called Huey to do this. Why? Huey, get in here. You ain't doing nothing. The same energy he gave when he told Huey to get on in there, and when he was sweating in that damn air vent. Oh, you would have got down here. Get on in here. But why? Because I said so. And I'm the leader of the boys. I ain't doing this. That's what I was waiting on. Oh, y'all give him some peace. But leaving here, of course I couldn't leave with these two. I'm so sick of them. Huey and Starlight are still allergic to one another. Okay, I already let them make it with the scattered ashes scene, or just the energy that they've been given throughout the whole season since it began. But you have Starlight worried about Huey. Is he okay? This is too much for him too soon. My final straw was when Huey put that costume on, and it was like, oh, like, ooh, it's another reason not to kiss you, because of the odor is just so strong on that suit. I was like, if y'all, I don't know what's contractually happening, or like, because some people work together, maybe some things happen, maybe they don't even like each other, like in real life, like they got beef, like we could be in the scene together, but you better not touch me. I don't know what it is, but something is off, and it's really taken away from the story. Not that their love or it was just so important, but in position of what we got before versus this, it's sticking out like a sore thumb, and it's taken away from the storyline. Ashley?
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't care. Again, like, it's like, why are y'all playing at it? There is no chemistry whatsoever between these two. You don't feel no heat, no fire, no anything. Even when he's breaking down after his trauma, right? His PTSD from the dungeon lair, and really his dad passing, it was like two friends, two buddies, like, oh, buddy, I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy. There is nothing romantic about this. I wish that they would just call it done and dead and each go their separate ways. Again, if Huey lasts, give him another love interest if you're going to give him a love interest, or let some kind of fine man come up on Starlight who's going to set her back on fire again, right? Do something like that. But this is dry, stale, boring, dead, gone. Let's be done with it.
Put in my notes with Huey in that dungeon. I said, this is the most action. Sorry, Hugh. I know this is traumatic for you. This is the most action Hugh done got all year. That's what I put in my notes. I had to put that in there. Dumb.
I don't know if they need to, because now I'm playing in my own head about what's happening behind the scenes, and I'm like, oh, the Starlight actress really did like the Huey actor, but now he with old girl, so now she got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a thing. But whatever happened, I'm not a big fan of letting real life play out on screen. Like when two people are in a relationship in real life, that don't mean they got to be a relationship on the show. Like, be the characters and let the characters be the characters. However, if this is what I get for trying to get y'all to just be the characters, throw this relationship away. When Huey, if y'all knew this was when Huey went to go work for Victoria Newman, we should have just let them be in a relationship and let that be the weird kind of tension, is that I'm in a relationship with the op. Like that could have been the tension, because this is crazy. And Ashley, the part of when he broke down after all the trauma and all the stuff he's been through, that was the final straw for me. The fact that, because they weren't even friends, they were co-workers at that point. She looked at him like, oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, like I've gotten more affection from people at work. Like it's crazy that there's no chemistry to the point where it's distracting from the show at this point. Like at this point, it's making the show unenjoyable at this point.
Yes, it is. Jesus, it was very like, I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Which is crazy, because in the early seasons, when like I forget what warehouse fight it was, like right with Starlight's powers were like we was just now seeing her powers, and she like got knocked out by A-Trace. It was something that happened and to Starlight, and then Huey like showed a concern for her, and it was like a moment, and they had real good chemistry in the early seasons. It was like it was great. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because his girlfriend on set, yeah, he can't act right now. I don't know. He never had.
We dominate like they doing back shots or nothing. They ain't even doing that.
I don't know. Hey. I don't know. Jack Quaid probably ain't never had a cute girlfriend before. He got this cute girlfriend in the Victoria Newman actress, and he never had nobody that cute before, and he don't know how to act. He said, "I'm not touching this lady because I don't want to mess up what I got at home." That's all it is.
No, it can't be. I feel like this was the couple we were supposed to root for. Like when you watch Law and Order, we're rooting for Stabler and Olivia. We're rooting for Carmi and Sid on The Bear. We're watching The Walking Dead. rooting for Rick and Michonne. It was supposed to be Huey and Starlight. Like, what? Where's the couple that we can root for? Because it ain't them. It's not them. They were supposed to be that couple.
I'm reading heavy for Butcher and Kessler. I'm rooting for them hard every day.
Or you got Sage in the Deep. That's what.
No.
Nobody's for that. So we get ourselves into this all white party, infamous on white. And when I say all white party, we are not talking about the physical attire. We talking about all white people in the function. I just had to pinpoint a couple of things before we get into what we really wanted to come here for the party. 11 generations of slave catchers to private prison industry. We would have even called A-Train. Now look at here.
That's bold.
So many little small in this show was sending me like the little, like, first of all, A-Train and Sage are literally the only pretty much two minorities there. And then you have the likes of, I mean, we got V over there, but like two of the black folks. Two, and it's just like the overt racism that was coming up off of Tech Night this entire episode was just blowing me. Like all of these racial undertones, there was a racial undertone to everything he did. And just to show that he was racist, when we got like even to the ending and like y'all can do everything else, don't send no damn money to Black Lives Matter. Don't send no money to the people over there.
That was the straw. It was the last straw.
Alfred, his Elijah had to be black because how dare we put a white man in a role of servitude? No, my Alfred is going to be black. Like all of those things were just absolutely sending me. But actually, how did you feel about some of the racial things that were coming up off of Tech this episode?
Yeah, I mean, predictable. I mean, it's what, I don't expect anything less. When we got there, we knew it was an alt-right party. We knew that this was old money, right? The best thing about this party, honey, for me, in the actual beginning of the party was Homelander checking him. Like, bruh, you can't even fly. Like, who are you for real? Like, this is just the means to an end. But no, as far as Tech Night, it's typical and it's so true, right? Slave catchers are now private prison industry owners, right? They own the industrial prison complex. And we know that incarceration disproportionately affects a certain demographic. So it all made sense. But the way that A-Train had the ability to just kind of smile through it, you know what I mean? I was like, wow. And then, of course, Sister Sage, knowing exactly who these people are, but knowing that they're needed to accomplish the purpose, it just better flip to the next level, because really it was just like, okay, we get it. At some point, right, with all of the overt racism, I was like, all right, we get it. Like, it's known. Like, we remember. We didn't forget. And so I really wish we could have pivoted a little bit, but I get it. They're trying to prove a point. They're making a point with this. So
Kay, do you feel like A-Train, because they keep shooting these little sly remarks at A-Train like every other episode, do you think he's gonna pop off in the future, even just a little bit?
A-Train, you know what, even Homelander wouldn't have been able to stop me from running straight through him like he did Huey's girlfriend. Like, A-Train, you could have did something, okay? Y'all could have, between you and Sage and her intellect, y'all could have did something and got up out of there before Homelander got to you. This was way too docile for me, because they would have had to put me out or something like that, because you're just not gonna be disrespect. I'm a soup. Do you know what I can do? No. Mm-mm.
They said I'm superb. Okay, what are you doing, dumb?
See, the reason y'all confused is because y'all are forgetting about A-Train's defining characteristic. He is a coon. A-Train is a coon from sunup to sundown. And so that's why he can eat all of this mess, because he's a coon. and the only reason he had that frown on his face is because he left his top hat and tap dance shoes at the house. That's the only reason he was upset.
Y'all, it was at this moment that I forgot how much Dom hates A-Train. I forgot. My bad, Dom. I would never forget again. I would never.
This man.
I would never forget again.
I was watching this scene, like, yeah, he saying that to the right one. He's saying he couldn't say that to no other black person in this show, but he can say that to that one because you about right. You wouldn't have to catch him because he'd be the one helping you catch him. So that's why.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're running them down.
Turn up. I shouldn't expect anything out of A-Train, especially the moment that we got like AD gone over there and give A-Train some top because I said so. And it's just like, y'all just gonna let this happen? Like, stand up. Come on up. Get up. Do anything. Like,
he was gonna get up.
But back to putting old Tech Knight in his place. Ew. You can't even fly like this. Living for Homelander this entire episode. Like, don't get this little team up confused. I still despise you. Like, ew. Like,
you're not even in the 7. You're beneath us.
I really loved Homelander this episode. It just seems like, ooh, like I'm so tired. I'm sick of it at the same time. The seething, bubbling under, like, ooh, Homelander. Like, he's just so agitated, but it's all inward, and you can like feel it. They do those little with the sound take, you can feel his heartbeat and just temperatures raising. It's just like, oh, like. But this just absolutely sent me when he told, like, ew, get away from me. You can't even fly. I'm sorry. This was really, really funny to me. But getting in deeper into the function, we get a little history on Sage. We know Homelander isn't crazy. He does ask V, like, have you seen, you heard from Stan Edgar? I heard he was out. You ain't heard nothing from your daddy, girl? Okay, you're lying. But, women like us have to play the game. Are you in or out? When we had Sage get into, like, first of all, she said a whole lot of things I couldn't put on the screen. But, F them all. I, had a grandmother suffering from, I think it was leukemia, and I could cure her. I could cure a bunch of things I could solve. But, me, myself, as a Black woman presenting things and ideas that could, save the world, I'm laughed at. Like, either you're in or you're out. Dom, how did you feel about this situation with Sage and V and all the convincing they have to, get to pull her in, and the fact that, she lied about Stan Edgar? When is that going to come back? Because we know that they're together.
Well, yeah, and it makes sense that she lied because she keeps stuff close to the vest. I mean, she is Stan Edgar Jr., so she's not going to give all her cards away. And so, yeah, you receive all the information and give out very little. That's the game that they play. So that made sense. The convincing that she needed to that Sage needed to do. I mean, Sage is a master manipulator, and she has to put all these pieces together, and she knows what entices every person. And she knows when you talk to Victoria, you got to entice her with power. And that's the only thing, because that's why Victoria ended up standing up and standing in it, because she was like, personally, she hates being in this room. She hates being with all around these people. But you gonna turn down this power? Of course not. Of course not. And then Sage knows that. And I think that Sage, whatever her end game is, I think it's nothing nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely very personal to her. And I don't think we've guessed it yet. I think this is the only part of the show that's gonna surprise all of us.
Child, after this function, are we gonna get the end game? Because you're looking real useless out here, Sage.
when her brain grows back, she'll be back. She'll be back. She need about an hour. She need about an hour.
Ashley, how did you feel about this? And what role do you think Stan Edgar is gonna play? Because Victoria can team up, but we know how, Stan's position when it comes to Homelander or trying to side with or control him. He's on some whole other things. Like, what do you think's going to happen here?
I actually think if we get the meeting I think we're going to get between Sister Sage and Stan, it's going to be something next level. Because although she confesses her strong hate for humans, right? Humans are animals. Humans did this. I'm like, okay, so she's definitely a soups girl, but clearly not an all soups girl, right? She wants to be in the position of power, or at least the one controlling the person in power. I think it would be awesome to see her and Stan have a meeting with Vic and really get to find out more about where she's at and what her mind is. So I'm super excited about that. I honestly did believe Sage's story about her grandma. And when she said that, you know, for women like us, right, one of us has to have their hand in their pockets and the other slitting their throat. So I'm expecting maximum carnage, right, to accomplish the purpose. But I know it's not about this alt-right agenda with this whole 25th Amendment. So I'm interested to see where we're going with that. I agree with Dom. We have like cookie crumbs, I guess, you know, like a little bread trail, but we still don't know her full mission. But I just hope it's spectacular. I hope it blows all of us out of the water and it's not super lame. Vic is still beholden to Stan, so I'm interested to see how that dynamic's working too with him on the outside and her hiding him. I'll be curious about how Homelander takes that.
Kay, how are you feeling about this? And V, joining the team to step up for that 25th Amendment situation.
Yeah. Well, we already knew that Homelander was going to sway her at any point in time. He's been wanting to collaborate with her. She just kept brushing him off. So it was going to happen eventually. Now, if I was Sage, why isn't she like the guy in Limitless? What are you doing with all this intelligence? What are you doing constructive? Why are you not living like a millionaire? Why don't you have a whole weapons industry and stuff like Tony Stark? Like if you that smart, I need you to do something. Why aren't you building Wakanda?
That's the only thing that is distracting me with Sage, because it's almost like if Homelander didn't come over there and, you know, pull you up, what were you not gonna put anything? Like, is this the only way that you with your big brain could think to get your plan across or into fruition is through, like, I have to go through this white man, which I honestly get that, but there's so many other avenues that she could have went aside from, unless she's just as evil as he is, and I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, Kay, I don't know about that part with Sage at all.
I need a better payoff with her intelligence. It's not giving, you know, Einstein intelligence. It's just giving I'm a good people reader and very sarcastic. I need to see a little bit more.
Oh, child. We'll see. If this was a whole lie this whole time and she wasn't actually the smartest woman in the world, oh, she would have my vote. I was like, oh, girl, you moved, girl, didn't you?
I think this story was supposed to kind of answer that question. I don't think it was satisfactory, but I think the story where she was like, she came up with the cure for her grandma's disease, but they wouldn't listen to her, was kind of her saying that humanity's not worth it. And all the stuff that I could do, humanity's not worth it, so I'm just going to sit in here and read my books. I think that was kind of her, like, as smart as she is, she just also doesn't care, or until Homelander showed up at her door.
That makes sense, too. Tech Knight gives a whole nother meaning to Don't Meet Your Heroes. Tech Knight, the whole loving kink extraordinaire masochist. Sidekick, more like fetish slave. Now look at here. First of all, I want to know who that is in the red latex. I really wanted it to. I just knew that was going to be like some massive reveal. Like, what? You've been in there this whole time? Maybe some character, some one-off person that we've forgotten about, but they did not reveal that. But we decided to put Huey. They keep making Huey the victim. I'm really tired of Huey needing to be rescued. We're like wash, rinse, and repeat every episode when it comes to Huey and the situations that we are putting him in, and it's like we have to top everyone and intensify. I was scared for Huey. I was scared for him here, but we stayed here for a very long time. You know, the whole situation, you know, with the German chocolate cake and the fart and we reveled in Tech Knight longer than I cared to. I did love the aspect of him just being his own version of Batman. And when before, you know, we even got here and we had Mother's Milk kind of run down, like, just in case the audience isn't familiar with Tech Knight, you know, he's the Sherlock Holmes. He has all these, you know, sensory intelligence. Like, he's, you know, that dude. So we need Huey to be on top of everything so he isn't found out. I was like, oh, we about to really get into Tech Knight. And then we get this. we get this, and we get the most sick version of a Batman with a bat cave that we would ever want to see. Then we put Ashley in the mix. I don't know why when she came to the party, I was like, okay, Ashley, show, you got some type of worth, because she's in Sage's space. Like, don't tell me where I could be. We go way back. I didn't know it would be this. I didn't expect for her to come down here and do this. We stayed here longer than I cared to, but I can't say that I was mad at it. I really was concerned with Huey and how far that they were going to go with this. Because with the play and the anal situations, I didn't want Huey to get graped. I'll say that. I didn't want no grape happening. I was like, please don't grape him. Can we not smush any grapes episode? I'm not here for that right now. We didn't, but whew. Dom, how did you feel about this?
This proved to me, if I ever thought I could be a spy, this proved to me, because it was a couple parts where Huey first got down there where I was like, yeah, it's time to break. It's time to break character. It's time to run back to that elevator. The fact that he stayed in mode and there's no way I would have sat on that cake. It's not happening. I'm leaving, and whatever happens, happens. I didn't already put the microphones where I need to put them. It's time to go. And Tech Knight is Batman if he was real. To me, Tech Knight is more realistic Batman than Homelander is a Superman. Like if a white man came from this old ass money and he grew up by himself in this big old house, he'd be really racist and really freaky. Like that to me is the epitome of a real. And he even got a Catwoman who comes in latex. Like he's definitely Batman to the nth degree. We stayed here way too long. And the boys always makes you uncomfortable. This made me very uncomfortable, but it didn't. But we're past the point where it's a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It's past the point where it's like, oh, this show keeps surprising me with how far it'll go. I wasn't surprised that we went this far. I was just surprised we stayed here this long. And some of the stuff Ashley said that came out her mouth, I wish I had TV on mute. It was fine. I think the boy in the red was his old sidekick. I think in the comics, he actually had a sidekick called, and he yells it out like Laddie Boy or something. But that was just his old sidekick from the comics. But yeah, I did think that the mask was going to come off and it was going to be like an actor or somebody that was going to be recognizable. But no, he just had the password. That was all he needed to be. It was his only function was to get us into the accounts. But yeah, I might at some point I'll rewatch The Boys again when it's all said and done. I'm gonna skip this episode when it's time to rewatch The Boys. I'm not doing it.
It just amazes me. I was entertained here because of how much they continue to make me dislike Huey. I was mad at Huey before we ever got here. Like I was mad that he allowed himself to get in this position to the point that he was strapped down and he couldn't get away if he wanted to. Because if there was any time to have a one-up, this was now. Even though he's nervous and the 7 is up there, you are down here with the people who have technically none of those strong powers that could, cause you immediate danger, But like he didn't leave. We get into the party. I'm like, Huey, can you disguise your voice? Can you try? Like when he bumped into V, I was like, Huey. I was yelling like, oh my God, Huey, you're useless. When he bumped into her, we're not even trying to disguise the voice. He's just there and, hey, can you have one job? And he just was being led. And I'm sick of him getting himself into this position, but I didn't mind this, but I can say that this better be the last time that we see Dominatrix Ashley. I'm not invested. Okay?
Number one, with no grapes about to happen because Huey took himself down there voluntarily because he wants to be a hero. Nobody told him to sit his ass on that chocolate cake. Huey, you did that. Okay? You didn't have to do that. He could have left at any point. He could have left before the door closed. So why you don't have any superpowers, but you keep putting yourself in predicaments as if you have that. Okay? I think that's white privilege right there. That you keep doing that. It looks like white privilege to me. And number two, let me tell you something about me that you might not know. I am a Batman fan. Do not try Batman and Tech Knight. Y'all ain't gonna do that to Bruce Wayne. Put some respect on the Bruce Wayne. Because no, don't do that. Don't do that.
If we try Peter Parker, we can try Batman, okay? They be trying everybody. We be trying everybody. Actually,
Again, I hate this heifer has my name. I hate that. She's despicable. She is a low down predator. She might as well group herself up with the deep. I thought everything was terrible about
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Now, what I do feel like though, I feel like they missed an opportunity with Tech Knight in this episode, because while he is Sherlock Holmes on meth, other than seeing Huey's heart rate increase, what did he really show about his prowess as being the Tech Knight, right? The superhero that Huey loved as a kid and growing up. So that was a thing. But again, echo those same sentiments, y'all. I didn't need to be down there for 20 minutes for as little payoff as we got, right? If I'm down there for 20 minutes, I want to see projectile explosions of Tech Knight. I want to see his head pop off. I want to see them torture him. I want to see something like that after enduring what we did with Huey. I think because it was uncomfortable and he was kind of being forced into things, that's probably what made it a little sticky for me. I think we could have done this in 5 minutes. I think we could have been in and out, got the path, did what we needed to do in that time. But as far as Huey, this is again another reason he pissed me off, because he's the perpetual victim. He's continuously finding himself in these positions where he needs to be rescued. At this point, Huey, you are a grown man out here in these streets. No one is coming to save you. Like, I mean, in real life, no one's coming to save you, Huey. He's a liability to the team at this point. And like I said, I'm not mad if he's taken out immediately.
I don't think it was the timing of the scene or how long we were there. It was the unrealistic aspect and the plot armor that we keep giving to Huey, or just some of the characters of the boys overall. I think it's in one of these slides, but when we have them have so many obstacles on the way to just rescue, I'm like, if we are realistically doing this in real time, Huey could have been done up, tied up, dead by the time, like, it was just slowly progressing with the length of time that he was tied up. And we have Kamiko, oh, I dropped my phone, I need to use these books. I'm like, it's a lot of time. A lot of time before we get to Huey. So this just really doesn't make sense that he's still, dancing with the knives and I'm going to create my own hole. Like, I was really scared for Huey, because I'm like, I don't want to see it escalate to there, but it seemed like I was glad that they took the route of the stereotypical holes are just, that's not fun for me anymore. I want to create my own. I was like, okay, that'll take some time, but let's just not keep putting Hueys in these situations. Like, it's a lack of creativity and a lack in the writing. We don't need Huey to be the victim every single freaking episode, because it has literally been every episode other than the one we just had with his dad. And he could have been a victim there with the way his dad was acting. He was about to take him out. He had to jump in front of the mama and protect her. Like, I need them to do something with him or kill him off. Like, seriously.
That's white privilege. Yeah. How do you get in that many dangerous situations? You have no power, you act defenseless, and you make it out every time, and they still recruit you to do this stuff. They know that you can't really fight like that. They know you ain't got powers. They know you're really not that smart, but they keep letting you do it. Why?
I didn't care about that, Kate. I really, ever since I started watching this, everybody's been, oh, I can't wait till they do something with Tech Knight. Tech Knight's dope. Tech Knight's this. I was like, oh, we're going to actually see Tech Knight in, he's dead. He's dead. So we only got to see the sadistic part and not even, the Bruce Wayne-ish aspects of him. I wanted to see exactly what he could do, and we snatched that away real quick.
Yeah, I didn't expect Knight to die on this episode. I really thought he was going to be in here for the long game.
And it made me, and Ashley said something that made this even worse. Well, it made the Starlight thing even worse, because I forgot that Tech Knight is Huey's favorite superhero. So Huey is in this position where his favorite superhero is doing all this crazy stuff to him. So when he break down crying, you can't sit on this man's lap and help make him feel better. Like, God, man, the trauma that this man has been through is unparalleled. Could you imagine? Sorry, it just clicked in my brain that Starlight is trash. Okay.
I say bro had an original copy of we had every single racial undertone we could squeeze into here, all of his sexual fetishes, but we didn't get to see Tech Knight do Tech Knight stuff, like the cool stuff, other than the heartbeat. And it's just like, if he would have went along with it and had happened to maybe know, but we weren't never gonna know they safe for a child. Zendaya, that was funny to me. I was like, what? Why? But I wanted to see, I thought that tension between him and Homelander, like, you're really low-key useless. This is circumstantial. We're using you for this, but what can you do? You can't even fly. I thought this was going to be like, oh, you want to see what I can do? Eventually, you're going to see how useful I could be, period.
Or throw this money around.
Yeah, throw the money around, or just maybe to the 7. I do, like, it was just like dead. I was like, oh, that was pointless. It's the same thing we had with last episode with Starlight and Singer and the campaign, and it was just nothing. Ryan's here. Ryan is just there. Goofy's here. Goofy's here. Please give him a consistent narrative. When I tell y'all I'm about sick of Ryan. No ops to you, baby, and you getting a job and do. Ryan just being the only kid in this function, just there. I don't need another episode with Ryan just being there. Ryan, this pissed me off. The way y'all feel about lingering in that scene for so long with Huey, that's how I feel about Ryan. I'm so sick of Ryan. At this point, it's going to be hard to take a hard left with Ryan, and we're so invested, and he's this fully fleshed out character. We're running out of time. It's too late. What? I don't want to see Goofy no more. Just kill him off, or I don't know, do something, because y'all not doing nothing with him. Dom?
No, right. And we said it a couple weeks ago, and they keep proving it true, is that Ryan, I don't know how old this boy is, but they should have figured out a way to put him in Gen V. He need to be over there in Gen V and have him a storyline that involves what's going on over there, because the season started off with the fate of Ryan, and like the fate of Ryan was going to decide how this was going to move. And we've been forgot about that. We only 6 episodes in, and we forgot about that completely. Butcher don't even bring up Ryan except when he hallucinating Becca, and nobody's worried about this little boy. We don't know which way he's leaning as far as evil or good or what he's going with. He's more of a waste than Frenchie, because at least we could figure out some uses for Frenchie. But he's literally just taking up space at this point, because I want Ryan to be, because the concept is cool. The concept of a Superman son and trying to figure out how to make him good or make him bad is an interesting concept on paper, but they've just done nothing with it. And it is, I'm bored by Ryan. Every time I see his little face, I'm like, y'all doing this actor dirty by paying him just to stay here for me not to like him.
I don't know. I've been waiting for them to bright burn Ryan for 6 episodes now, and we have yet to do that. I've been waiting. Nothing's came into fruition. Ashley?
Yeah. So y'all know I have a place in my heart for Ryan, but they're squandering this opportunity with him in his story, because when y'all spent these 20-30 minutes down in the dungeon lair, you could have given him 10 minutes. He didn't need to be at this party anyway. How inappropriate. But if we could play on the dynamic he had with Zoe, I'd be so interested in that. Let us know who the heck Ryan is in relation to another Soup his age as they're trying to grow and figure out who they are. Maybe Zoe's the good one. No, I don't think so. Or maybe he has Zoe, pulls her back into being good or bad, whatever. Just give him some direction. Completely squandered. He was out of place at this party. It made no sense. And even after we get, his satisfaction with the girl beating up the producer last episode, it's just nothing now. We're not carrying his storyline on at all. It's like they don't care. It's like what I guess we said earlier in these reviews. There are all of these ancillary characters that they're putting on us and then not developing their storylines at all. Maybe it's too much for them to handle, but yeah.
No, it's not, Ashley. If we could give Huey 20 minutes of Sex Dungeon, we can give Ryan 5. We can give Ryan 5 to do something, anything. Okay?
I was going to say the same thing Ashley was saying. Like, if you want to make me like him, put him with Newman's daughter again. Like, they always on shows when the main characters have kids and they show like a separate plot where those meddling kids are always doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. But that would be an opportunity for us to get to know him amongst his peers. It would be opportunity for us to see more of that Resident Evil creature child. But I think that we needed to see that, though. We can't see who he truly is because he's always around adults. And children are not the same amongst their peers as they are adults, especially if your dad is Homelander.
Yeah. I've been waiting. Shout out to the 87 people here in this live. We really, really, really appreciate that. Keep running up that chat, hitting that like button, showing us some love, sending those super chats. We love it. We will be back because you know who I want to see, who I am consistently worried about in this show. How's Roach is doing, huh? Anybody clean their tank? Deep, go look after you one.
It's gonna be full of algae.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Just desire, you cannot waste it. Then if you want it, then I want you to taste it. She wants to give it, she wants to give it, all she wants to give it. She wants to give it, all she wants to give it. She won't get it, yeah. All she wants to give it, yeah. She wants to give it, all she wants to give it.
One thing in life you must understand. You choose to trust woman to man. Just open the door and you will see there are no secrets. Make your move, set me free.
Because there's something about you, baby, that makes me want to give it to you. Swear there's something about you, baby.
Just promise me whatever we say, whatever we do to each other. For now, we'll make a vow to just keep it in the closet.
I love y'all going in. Y'all can't stand the deep with every time I play that one, y'all gotta go in on the deep every time.
Not letting up.
Oh, but yes, y'all keep running it up and showing us some love. Absolutely, absolutely love it. Speaking of the deep, because I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. That's the only thing that popped into my head with this. shout out to the other guys. This was funny to me. Noir is just like, I'm just not really vibing with anything going on here. They're constantly forgetting about us. We're an afterthought. They don't think we're, smart enough or capable to do anything. I can fly. Did you know I can fly? I can fly. I can do other things. It's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go join the circus. I'm going to go Circus Olay in, Missouri and live my best life. And they're going to let me sing and they're going to let me fly. And the deep is just like, why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you ask me? Why didn't you talk? It was just all of this. I was like, I don't remember them being that close, but maybe I missed them episodes. But the deep go off on this tangent about violence being power, and I'm like, are we about to have an escalation of the deep? Like, it just didn't come off well to me. When did the deep ever execute any violence is power scenarios without somebody else forcing his hand? So I was like, what is this? what do we have in this moment with the deep for? Now, Noir, that's hilarious. Well, what are they going to do together? Ashley?
Nothing. Be silly and slow and be taken out, and
Not
Noir
a
be
damn
replaced. Noir be replaced by another Black Noir. Like, come on, Branson. I was like, Branson, come on, my guy. But Noir was cute. I was here for, I'm gonna take this mask off. Deep, don't take your mask off. They're watching. He's like, man, they don't give a darn about us. We sitting up at the headquarters alone. We wasn't even good enough to come to the party. And he's right. Noir's like, I don't know who Black Noir was. He has a closet full of Buster Browns. I said, what are Buster Browns? Are they undies or socks or what are they? And he's like, I have no motivation. I'm like, sir, if you don't get on somebody's stage, go to Branson, hire a replacement, have them wear the mask. They'll never know you're gone, buddy. They won't miss you. And the deep is so freaking useless, like tits on a bull. I'm over him. He's just disgusting. He's a predator. I've disliked him strongly since day one. Strong aversion to him. And I hope Sister Sage stops smashing him. But thank you to the showrunners and the writers for not letting us see that anymore. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
The deep need to sit down because you telling this to the Black Noir don't give a damn about none of that, and you trying to tell him how hard you are. Nobody cares about anything unless you in the water. Okay, Nobody cares. They render you useless unless they need to go across the water. And Homelander will probably just fly before anything. You are trying to make it seem like you just do so much, like you're just so. They don't care about you either. The Deep. What you should have been doing with this time was going to go clean Ambrosia's aquarium out if she's still alive at this point. I'm pretty sure it's full of algae. Has she even eaten at this point? Go be useful somewhere and save Octopus. Because right now, Black Noir ain't trying to hear none of that. And the rest of the 7 ain't either. Why are you here? The only person likes you is Sage.
The Deep has been a lot of terrible things. The Deep is Aquaman. Like, I've been waiting for like a moment where it's like, oh, we would have never, like, the Deep did that. Like, the Deep does nothing. So with him giving this high Midas speech and, you know, Noir,
Exactly.
he used to get it all in because he was doing such violent things. And Noir's like, but I'm not violent. I don't like that. I just want to go, you know, flip and do. I'm like, is he going to actually do something, or was this for nothing? Dumb.
He ain't gonna do nothing either.
Well, no, he ain't gonna do nothing. But the violence is power. Okay, dude, show us something. Do something that somebody else didn't tell you to do first.
Look, Deep, if you think you an afterthought, or that you think you not cared about or left behind, it's a whole bunch of other characters in the show that's really an afterthought. So at least you got more than 2 lines an episode. And I'm not trying to hear nothing about Deep violence is power. I'm not trying to see Deep come into his own, become a man. I'm not trying to see none of that, because what I'm still waiting for is the wrathful God thing that Homelander said 3 weeks ago. Like, I still have not seen. He's still playing political games. So I don't want to see, when we talk about violence, I want to see red eyes descending from the clouds, because I'm tired of y'all clowns and y'all animals acting like we on the same level. Yeah, that's where I'm. And I know they're not gonna give it to the finale at this point, because we 6 episodes in and they're not gonna give us it to the finale. But I'm still gonna complain about it, because don't promise me something early in the season and act like this is what the season's gonna be about, and then hold it to me for another season. It's irritating me. Yeah, so I definitely don't want to see Deep puff his chest out. I need him to go take care of that octopus that you got in your closet. That's all I need.
Speaking of wrathful gods, like that moment when V had that fantasy of, I think it was her head blowing up. I was like, if V started popping heads at this function, like a New World Order, like type of situation, I was like, that's what I was waiting on to happen at this party. I thought V was going to team up with Homelander, when it was like, well, why are we going to do this? And, you know, Homelander is a man of few words, and V has to step in. Of course, at this point, I think it's the slide after this, but this was so much payoff for me in this scene, because they have been shoving Sage and the lobotomy situation down our throats, and the whole thing with her in the Deep. So for this to be the most inopportune moment for that to happen, and it's just like, girl, we need you. We have been planning to get up into this moment. We're trying to get this 25th Amendment passed and have our situation with the soups, and you are useless. Like, I thought this was so funny, and it really paid off for me with how much time we've been spending with her and just the narrative of the lobotomy. But I love that by force, even at this moment, we had to have V step in and be the voice, because Homelander can only do so much. Homelander is the madness and the rage at this point. We need somebody to be the sense and the speaker. I was like, if y'all start busting, like popping heads and like, just, I thought it was going to be like a bloodbath. That's what I was waiting on. But it's just like, no, as Dom said, we're still playing those political games. But Ashley, I'm going to come to you first. How did you feel when we got all the way up into this moment? And it's just like, what's wrong with you? Get it together. You know, I just want some chocolate cake. I just want, you know, I had some guacamole that one time. How did you feel about Sage in this moment being useless?
This was so Aggie to me. Again, I don't like necessarily the way she's positioned or projected in certain scenes. And I really thought this was kind of one of the worst times for her to be lobotomized or half brain dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time we need you the most to stand up and really see this acumen at work, right? With this group of people that you're going to master manipulate to force your will. But Vic stood up like a G. You know what I mean? She took it over because Homelander was looking clueless too. And go on, Vic. Do your big one. You know what I mean? Appealing to everything that they need. She is a consummate politician though, right? So I wouldn't expect anything less. But Sister Sage with cake all over her face. And then the other thing that really pissed me off about this scene, and it was like I didn't know what the writers were doing, was Homelander can sense all, knows all, is the most powerful soup of all, and he didn't know that them folks were in the basement. You didn't know the boys were there. After you saw the bullet hole in her head, you didn't think, who did this? Let me go see. Firecracker had to tell you 2 scenes later. Like, I just was, it was a little bit aggy, but Vic did her big one. Vic did her big one.
I wasn't surprised, actually. At this point, how many scenarios have we had of the boys and Homelander all being in the same place at the same time and nothing popping off? Dumb.
Let me tell you, this was actually my favorite scene in the show. This was the scene that made this show go in the plus column for me. But it wasn't perfect by any means. But the idea that Homelander was like center stage, I got all y'all together, and I'm gonna tell y'all my vision of the future, and the realization that no, you don't know what power is. You don't know what real the people who have the real power, what they care about. That stuff you watch on bootleg Fox News is not what the real people care about. That's for the masses, and that's what you watch. So you bought into your own propaganda, which is hilarious to me. And this was kind of the proof of what Stan Edgar said when they was having that conversation, and Stan Edgar was telling them, like, you don't know. You don't actually know what's going on. You think that being a superhero and being a celebrity and being Homelander is the end all be all, but there's people out here with real power. You don't actually understand what real power is. And so that realization, but the reason I love that scene, but to me, that's a scene that should happen in episode 1 and 2. Like, that's the scene that should have predated the Wrathful God scene, because he should have realized that, oh, what I was trying to do isn't going anywhere. And now, well, forget it. I don't need that. I'm super powerful. I'll just use that. To me, that should have been the progression of Homelander's psyche. But we had the Wrathful God scene, but he's still trying to be the head of Vought and political animal and do it the Stan Edgar way when you don't have, that's not your power set. So to me, it was a great scene in and of itself. It was just at the wrong point of the season. And the Sister Sage thing makes me weird, makes me feel weird. Because when she gets lobotomized, every time she gets lobotomized, she almost seems infantilized, like she seems childlike. But she still behaves like an adult. Like, so she still has sex. And then even in this scene, she was like, she wanted some, I forgot what she said, but she wanted like something to eat and like a sex toy. And I was like, but she sounded like my little sister saying this. So it was very weird how they play that. And so, but I guess maybe it was supposed to be. But yeah, Homelander just overwhelmed. But as soon as he became the head of Vought, we all knew he was out of his depth. He can't handle more than one thing at a time. He need to go punch something or laser something. That need to be his priority list.
That's where this was supposed to come in. We were supposed to do it in this room, and we ain't do nothing.
This was the perfect time to be a Wrathful God.
Okay.
You know, I hated this moment for Sage because now Homelander knows her weakness. Now he knows. Because if she ever get out of place in his mind and tries to be sneaky, go behind his back, or if he feels like she's lying, he knows what to do.
Laser.
Yep. He knows what to do. And he knows that she'll recover and she'll still be around, but he can do that to temporarily dumb her down. That her weak spot is now, and to Newman, they now know the smartest person on the earth's weak spot, and I really hate that for her. And I need her to be more limitless at this point. Why are we not living our limitless life? And she should have money stashed away. She should have best-selling novels. She should have invention patents. She should have cures and everything. And even if they didn't accept her because she was Black, that's when you get a pseudonym and start publishing some stuff. Like there's a way to get past this stuff with intelligence. And it's like we're wasting away at her intelligence part, but y'all have already shown us her weakness. and y'all are going to use her weakness now more than her intelligence. That's what I feel.
Thank you so much, Cassiana Stewart, for the $9.99 super chat. Tell my nephew I love him. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the payoff with Sage, and it's not unfolding the way that I thought it would. So it's making me question exactly what they're going to do with her, because from this scene and her just being rendered useless, this is going to create distrust and mess up the whole little dynamic that she currently has with Homelander, where she's the mouthpiece and in the position of power. If he can't trust you, he's going to kill you or put you to the side and leave you over there with the Deep and Noir. So we'll see. we will see what happened. But I did love this scene. Busting some heads would have made it even better. If y'all don't get with the program, this is going to happen to you too. Sign it. That's what I wanted to see. We also have this. I did it, and I'm sorry. Firecracker feels like an outside. We have a lot of Firecracker. Just what did she say? Sunny D and Everclear. A whole lot of. I'm pow white trash. It was giving that in the function, and her just being othered. I'm just feeling othered here and where I need to make, get myself work, get my foot in there. And she saw an opportunity this episode and took it. But in this moment of her once again colliding with Starlight, how convenient. I just knew with Starlight accepting in this moment, like, I am she is me. I can't leave that part of myself where it is. I did say those things, and I said those things to a couple of other girls, and I'm sorry. That's who I am. I can't throw Starlight away. I am that. I was like, okay, that's what we needed. The instant powers are about to come back. And it's just like, nope. I was like, what? When is that going to happen? Kay, what did this scene do for you? Because I thought in this moment that Starlight's powers were going to come back, but no, we had to rely on sedation to put Firecracker out and not our powers.
If her powers was working, you wasted a needle. Okay, we could have used that somewhere else. That could have been used more wisely. At this point, she's very, very useless. And it's always, we got to save Huey. Stop sending Huey places. And why are you always the one to save him? And now you can't even do that in a timely fashion and to the best of your abilities, because our powers are not working, because you're still afraid of her. She's still going to come after you for this. Annie, you are useless. Go have a little come to Jesus party and get your powers back. Because at this point, we didn't even need this confrontation. We didn't even need this whole scene right here.
Now we needed this for Firecracker to get closer to Homelander.
Real close. I don't like this. Yeah, I do think that was the only point of the scene. And honestly, I still don't think you need the scene. I think the Firecracker scene that comes later could have still happened without this scene. The Annie thing, all this scene did for me was remind me that her powers don't work, because we pay so little attention to her storyline that I forgot that her powers was on the fritz because it's been so long. This is just another casualty of the fact that we got too many characters, and we and the writers don't have enough time, or I don't know what it is, but just they lost the ability to juggle all of them. And so we put Frenchie in jail so we don't have to deal with him. But we still have so many characters we're trying to give fully realized arcs to, that we're just not giving the attention we need to. And Starlight is just another version of it, because the relationship with Huey is non-existent. And then this power, somebody said in the comments in the beginning, this electrile dysfunction is tiring. The only reason it's tiring is because we don't actually see her dealing with it. Like, I don't see these quiet moments or these intense moments of self-reflection where she's actually trying to overcome it. It's just a plot point for her not to be useful. And that's and so it gets tiring.
Ashley?
Yeah, no, like, we don't care at this point. Like, we get it, right? There's a rivalry. Y'all don't like each other. And I'm just like, Starlight, can you just spark her up a little bit? Like, can you flicker a little bit. Like, come on, did you paint her? But it was cute, stick her in the neck, drag her out the room. But again, a waste of time. Like, no one really cares at this point, unless it's going to be a knockdown, drag out, and you just take out Firecracker. Light her up. You know what I'm saying? Not to be the violent person, but do something. Like, I'm over this. Like, we didn't need this in the scene for y'all to rescue Huey. You didn't have to bump into her. She's the one you bumped into. Like, I really don't care about it. I wish I did. I don't.
No, we don't. You know what I do care about? We got 100 people here in this live. I care about that. We have 100 people here in this live, and you guys already know how I roll. I'm going to show y'all some love. Be cute and make it 101, because that's what we love to see. Starlight, this is what we need from you, girl.
Is enough. They was just in my DMs. Ain't no trust in these sluts. I'm about to call up them. No, if you linking up, I'm like, what in the? If you scared, then just say that enough is enough. They was just in my DMs. Ain't no trust in these sluts. I'm about to call up them. No, if you up, I'm like, ooh, child, cool down, too hot, too wild, too clear, new style. How you with me, girl? Give me one shot, and I'm raising the glass. Give me 2 shots, and I'm shaking the ass. Give me 3 shots, and I'm 5 more shots, I be ready to splash. To me, so I gotta pop it. I'm sending on business, I'm ready about it. Talking, I'll be big in their pocket. Girl, tell me about it. I'm litty, I'm pretty, I'm running the city. I'm in every department. This ass heavy and thick like peanut butter. Tell you about it. A lot of winning, a lot of scoring here. Cardi Bryant, Cardi Jordan here.
Oh, y'all cute. Now I say 98. You know what? give people an answer. It's fine. Thank y'all so much. I just seen the comment and said, what's Firecracker's power? At this point, Starlight and Firecracker's powers are one and the same. I love them. It seemed like they both were like sparking nuts. I was like, what are either one of you doing? Like, it's just useless all the way around. I know in the end there has to be some massive payoff from Starlight that it's just like, oh, I've been just suppressing and the performance anxiety, and now it's just about to all unleash. I'll be happy when we get that and not this. We get that Sage is instantly lobotomized, and Marvin pretty much has a panic attack everything's happening at the most inopportune moment. Child, Marvin just passes out here, and it's up to Kimiko to get him some assistance. I don't know why Sage thought it was the game and that Marvin wouldn't shoot her. And I don't know why Marvin, you've been watching my family. But the boys in the crew, they watch everything. Like, y'all know Vault knows all, sees all. Stop acting like, not my family. Shut up, Marvin. But Marvin has a panic attack, and A-Train is raking up these good deeds. I put death comes soon. Death soon come. Because, yeah. every episode, we're making sure to get in a good old deed from A-Train. We even had the Kodak moment of the little boy like, oh, it's A-Train. I'm black, he black, my grandma black, we all black, and he brought a black man to the ER. Way to go, A-Train! It was giving that, and they both smiled at each other. So, and of course, we have Kimiko conveniently drop her phone, and she has to take all this time and communicate through book titles. Okay, but yeah, Ashley, what's gonna happen with A-Train? He did get our man to the ER though. He did. He ran out and saved him.
He did that. By the end of this episode, I'm liking A-Train's redemption arc, his redemption tour, doing his good deeds. I was more concerned about Granny falling off that bench down there. I said, is her eye open? Is she asleep? Is she sick? Baby, A-Train, take her in to the ER as well. But no, and even the imaging or the image of A-Train, right, when he's kind of basking in the glow of the adoration from this young boy, I said, oh yeah, that's his obituary pic. They're gonna have that up in the clouds. His homegoing service. It's over. Whenever it's a nuance, I guess, in a method in literature and in any storytelling, right? When a character crosses that duality, it always results in tragedy, like 99.9% of the time. So I'm just waiting. I just hope he goes out like a G and he's doing it for the good of the world. You know what I mean? I hope it's epic and he doesn't just kind of fade into the night. I hope he gets a grand departure.
I was like, I hope they don't do a bait and switch, because we do have, them tell Marvin, like, whatever you're doing, stop it. You're this close to having a heart attack. This was just a scare, but you could really have one. If they try to do a bait and switch and we're thinking that it's A-Train and they take Mother's milk, it's Odin popping outside. Dumb.
First of all, if MM dies, it's over with. You can throw this whole show in the trash. A-Train, I'm gonna put my hate A-Train hat over here for just a hot second, because it was a nice moment. It was a nice moment, and A-Train is making that transition from being a hero in name only and a hero as a job description to being a hero truly, and being an actual virtuous hero. And so he's making that transition, and he's seeing, when he was looking at the boy in the face, he was seeing that, doing this type of stuff is the type of stuff that my people can be proud of. People can be proud of me. And so but what he said earlier was the foreshadowing, because when he was telling them, no, I don't care what people think if I'm already dead. That's exactly what's going to happen. Everybody's going to love you and appreciate you and hold you a high esteem at your funeral, because you're gone, my boy. And I won't be there, because it's too late. You didn't cooned it up enough. It would be like, because I got to put the hat back on now, because that was a nice moment, but now I got to get back to hating my boy, because
well, that was brief.
It would be as if the Samuel Jackson character in Django all of a sudden at the end of that movie, like, switch to Django's side. Like, no, you go lay right there next to Master Candy that you love so much, and we gonna ride off in the sunset without you. I don't need you on this boat. No, you stay over there.
Dumb said, who's that nigga on that What you feel about A-Train rescuing Marv?
I'm trying to think if it was smart that A-Train did it, because he knows he's going to get caught sooner or later. And why the hell would Marvin go in there knowing that, he's dealing with some things, some health wise? Why would you? How you shoot somebody and then collapse? Are you even built for this anymore, MM? Is this even the life for you anymore? Before we get to A-Train, how did you get in that situation? I'm like, what are we doing here? And A-Train, at least he had a moment where he felt like he did something before his demise, because we know it's coming. I'm glad that he felt like, I did something noble for once, and that he can have a story. Somebody can tell that story to his nephews and his brother, like, he saved somebody right there at the very end. And that might be enough for him to just for his family to come to his services, because right now they ain't going. They wouldn't even go to the funeral. I don't even know who's gonna play in the funeral. Kamiko.
When he put on that dashiki super suit, that was it. That was like, you down the river, my boy. It's over with.
Can't say he did just enough for them to pull up to the repass. He saved a couple lives in real time in the end. He did a couple good deeds. Y'all come on, pay your respects.
Just enough, right there at the end.
Y'all know Christian Key's gonna come back and do the ceremony and stuff. They gonna put on for his brother. They gonna light some candles, have a vigil, a memorial service at the youth center. Y'all already know what's about to happen.
Well, just when you thought the boys couldn't be any more useless, I even thought this was a cop out with, like, we couldn't figure out nothing else to do to Tech Knight, but we can mess with his money because he's just that much of a sadomasochist and don't give all my money away. And then I was like, we can't even do this. We have old Elijah Alfred Jr. pull in and take Tech Knight out. This is a very disappointing scene to me, not just with Elijah. I'll make it look like an accident, but I really wanted to see what Tech Knight could do beyond this, and it just felt like a missed opportunity for me. I don't want to linger here. I just wanted to say that. Does anybody want to say anything about this scene at all?
I do because I feel like again it was a cop out. I feel like of all the things that you've witnessed and cleaned up for Tech Night, Elijah, aka Alfred, why was this the thing? You know what I'm saying? You didn't seen him be diabolical. You didn't raise this little racist piece of crap his whole life, and this is the you should have put him down when he was young. Why did you wait? He did the absolute most. Like that was just kind of a bit aggy, and then it just wasn't a satisfying unaliving for me. Like spark some up. Like let's see him go out with a bang. He's Tech Night after all, right? Like yeah, it was just underwhelming.
Anybody else?
She said she should take him out like he was younger, like when Rhodey said they should go back in time and get Thanos. He was a baby. Well, see, that's what Negan keep trying to tell Butcher. Get Ryan now while he's young before he become grow up and be a problem. Like, I mean, I see how this can spiral. Get him while they're young. Take him out then.
Now this cracked me up. This was probably my favorite part of the episode. Like
this face,
ew. Like what the Homelander said, like I went, girl, what are you doing? I'm not even attracted to you.
That means they look at her like trailer trash.
we know that. We've always known this from the first time that she was presented to Homelander. But I was here for her, like, when she said, I'll do anything for you. And you, like, it was giving, you pulled me up by my bootstraps and made me somebody. And you gave me this. Like, I'm devoted to you. She's absolutely dangerous. And I think it's going to be the one that, and I said that, I don't know what episode that was. I was like, don't underestimate. I don't think Sage should be underestimating Firecracker. Because she saw a window of opportunity and she took it. Not only are we creating doubt, like Starlight was there, this person was there, Tech is dead, and can we really trust Sage? Is she that slow, or is somebody else here, the mole? And when we find out that she has been, I love that prescription came back into play from, I think that was episode 4. Yeah, she's been plotting, waiting for this opportunity so heavy to get next to Homelander, about to make her whole heart stop to produce breast milk. When she squirted that breast milk, and it's like, for me,
I have never seen Homelander clutch his pearls, but today,
I wasn't attracted to you at first, but girl, break me the bosoms, girl. Like this sent me so freaking hard. And then he touched his lip. Like, is that what I think? Oh my God. I've been deprived of fresh titty milk for quite some time. Girl, thank you so much. Girl, bring it in. Family hug. I was here. Actually, you look the most disgusted, so I'm going to come to you first.
Because I am. Because you dirty too, Firecracker. Because you're shooting that breast milk like a projectile across the room. Because they weren't even like close. There was a good 3 feet between them. And I said, is that how this works? Like you can shoot it that far? It squirts that far like that? The imagery was a little bit gross. It looked like something else.
Myself as a breastfeeder of 2 children, it can go pretty far.
Because it went. And then he was just like aghast, like, oh, and she's like, baby, it's not even about that. You don't have to want to get, the nookie with me. I just want to rock you like a baby in the American flag and let you suckle at my tit. This is the sick stuff. But we know this is Homelander, so it's true to form. It's on par. And I wouldn't expect anything less, but I will say this. She is probably I think one of the worst mother figures that we're going to see in Homelander's life in terms of a side to his, big persona, especially as it relates to Sister Sage, because she's on a vendetta mission against Sister Sage at this point, ever since, she got her beat up. So I'm interested to see if she's really going to be able to get in his head, because, Homelander likes that maternal thing. He likes, oh, you did this for me. You care about me. And it goes back to the lab, right? He is always vying for acceptance, love. He's always going to crave that. So if she's delivering that, Sister Sage better watch out. She better reassess her game plan, because this one might do her in.
Y'all hold up, because this is sending me. Wait a minute, let me get my pens. Breast milk, you make my day. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. If she has his ears popped with no one is safe. Like the she who provides the breast milk in the bosom has Homelander's ear and thoughts. Like the fact that it's her, nobody is safe. I think it's going to be so terrible. Kay, how did you feel about that squirt of milk?
I can't. She real wise for plotting on that. This was really smart on her. That was her fail-safe plan. She said, just in case they figure out that I'm useless, I got a backup plan. I got a backup plan to the backup plan because she knows she can't fight that well. And then she know that she's pretty much trailer trash. But she said, I'm gonna get something that ain't nobody on here gonna provide. And it for her because Homelander was just this is my face when the hot light comes on at Krispy Kreme. So
no, okay, you know what hit me was because Sage is so smart. When she was in that elevator with Ashley and they were getting rid of her, she was like, the best thing you could do at this moment is, birth some babies, produce some breast milk, make yourself useful to Homelander. And that's exactly what Firecracker did. I love this.
I ain't willing to go that far for nobody.
No,
I don't want the job no more.
Look, Firecracker is a survivor, so she's gonna do whatever she needs to do not to go back to that trailer park. So whatever needs to happen, because if Homelander had been sexually attracted to her, then she'd have been down for that too. But this is just what's needed for the moment, and so she gonna do her duty for America. I would bet any amount of money that they had to shoot that squirt scene 15 times because when it happened, if you look at his face, he looked like he was holding back a laugh. Like when it impacted, he wanted to crack up laughing, and he held it together and like played it into the but that first
he almost broke character.
Yeah, I'm telling you, watch it. He was about to break character because he was like, "You just shot titty milk in my face," and it just. I was surprised. I was like, "Yeah." And she had to gotten that information from Sage. Like this, I'm assuming Sage threw this into motion, and that's it. If that's the case,
well, no, she said that to Ashley in the thing. I feel like she has been because even from before she got here, she's been very devoted to all things Homelander and Vault and whatever. I'm sure she's been studying Homelander for quite some time. She's been taking
good knowledge, though. That's some good intel.
It is. She's been planning. That's why I was so Sage. Just because she's white trash or whatever, or you should not be underestimating her at all. And she this whole window of doubt that she's going to create around Sage and have his ear and the titty, it's about to be terrible. I just feel like nobody's going to be safe and we in for some trouble. But we also know how everybody who's offered any titty or anything to Homelander, we know how they end up. So enjoy it while it lasts, Firecracker. That's all I'll say. Thank you, TG, for the $2. Give me some of that white milk. Yeah, give me some of that white milk. White. 3 H's.
Milk.
We will definitely see where this goes, but I'm honestly looking forward to it. But yes, I was not prepared for Homelander in the. Oh, girl, I love that. I read it back 4 times. I'm not okay. I wish I could care about Huey not being okay, but I think it's in sync. We're in unison with not caring about Huey not being okay. I guess, like, what does this mean for his character? Anybody?
Hopefully he's gone.
That's the thing. I care about him not being okay, and I want him to get the help he needs. Go away to Wisconsin where there's no superheroes and live on a farm and be okay. Like, and now you got a regular. Either dump this girlfriend or take her with you because she regular now. So it's you 2 regular people. Get away from all of this mess. Y'all useless. Y'all not helping. Get away. Like I only don't care because he's still here. Like he doesn't need to be here. Die or move. He need to go to Paul Walker way. Just go away.
Oh Lord. Ashley.
I mean the character, not the real person.
Oh, I was like, Lord, not Paul. I loved Paul.
Brian
Rest
O'Connor.
King.
Yeah,
Rest King.
Brian.
Yeah.
You go the Brian way. Drive off into the sunset while Wiz Khalifa plays in the background. That's all you need.
Yeah. I'm just sick of seeing Huey make this face. He's got to be tired of making this face. We see it all the time. Like, aren't you sick of crying and making that tuned up face? Stop it. And this part literally made me laugh hysterically. I'm not okay. I fell out because really, Huey, you're never okay. Like, you are quintessentially the not okay person, right? In The Boys, you're never okay. It's always some trauma. And I'm with Dom. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Go with your mama somewhere. Go if she'll have you. But that's gonna make him further not okay. But
do you guys think that if the mother turns out, well, which we're waiting for it to be an op, and that'll be like turn up for Huey to be like this stronger character because like you two, like I'm sick of this whole world. I'm gonna just go off on a rampage. I don't know.
It's too late for that. It's too late for that.
Okay.
So if Huey is not okay, MM having panic attacks.
Christine, I'm not gonna play with you.
Kamiko don't walk out of therapy. And the butcher is having visual and auditory hallucinations. I think it's time for everybody to go to group therapy at this point. Let's just take a step back. And then Annie can't use her power. She having an identity crisis. Let's all take a step back. Let's go on a retreat. Let's get our minds right and get back in the game. Because right now, the state everybody's in, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere at all.
I laughed when he was like, Ashley said some hurtful things to me.
I wish Butcher was there. I wish he would have did this with Butcher because Butcher, get them together. That's what we needed. That's the element that Huey was missing. Because again, at least in the beginning,
call him an aunt, you stupid aunt. Get your, the aunt word. Get yourself together.
Make him man up. Yeah, because at this point, Huey used to have heart, and that's what endeared him to everyone. He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the bravest, but he had heart. Right now, he's just like giving simp. He's such a weakling and so wimpy. Like, it's just, come on, guys.
And Butcher actually would be a good thing for Huey because Butcher, when it comes to Huey, Butcher softens up and gives him some gems every now and again. Because when he came out the alley like Batman and tried to tell Huey not to give his dad Temp V, like that was really soft part of Butcher, and he got through. It actually worked. He got through to Huey because Huey didn't give his dad Temp V. So he probably does need Butcher. He need a daddy. That's what he need. He need a daddy.
Now, of course, I had to end off with this picture of Homelander because why not? Like, I love this. I love this. I need this to be on all things, so I can, as soon as I go to it needs to be in our chat so I can send it to the ladies. And I need this gift of Homelander. Oh, girl, this girl for me. I love this. What's next in episode 7? I want them to continue with moving the narrative along for everybody. I don't want to spend any more time with Huey. I don't want to spend any time with Kamiko trying to visit or get to Frenchie in prison and him on his little sad sack of. I don't care about any of that. I want more scenes. I want some more Stan Edgar. I want some V. I want some Butcher. And some Homelander. And I want this wrath that everybody keeps talking about that we never get to see. And I want to see the aftermath of Sage being lobotomized and being useless at that moment. Now that we got some titty milk. I want to know how we feeling now towards Sage and just towards the whole dynamic. Because if that happened and this person got away and they knew to be there, somebody else is the op. Are they going to figure out that it's A-Train? Are they going to take him out? Are they going to size up Sage? That's what I want to see in episode 7. What about you, Ashley?
Yeah, just give me maximum carnage. Let's see these wrathful gods go to work. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to work. Go to work. Time to go to work. I'd like to see Huey eliminated. Maybe we get to see some of these internment camps and what the fulfillment of this Amendment 25 looks like in practicality. What else do I want to see? That's it. Just give me some carnage. Oh, Sister Sage, Firecracker, let's get some more of Sister Sage's plan. Hopefully she gets to meet with Stan, because if she has fallen out of Homelander's good graces, Stan is the one who can give her the information on how exactly to get back in Homelander's, situation. So I'm interested to see how it's going to play out. But yeah, let's see some of these wrathful gods that y'all purport to be. Let's see that.
We met some of the people from Gen V. The crew was there in the boardroom little scene when they killed Cameron, and we didn't see. I don't know when. I guess they're gonna save those Gen V kids for the last episode, but yeah, we need some more of something. And you saying that actually made me think of Starlight in that scene, listening back to, when Huey had already put the bugs. I don't know why you still ended up in that sex dungeon, but it was just like, oh, I knew things were bad, but I didn't know they were this. Shut up, Starlight. Damn, she get on my nerves. Okay.
I would like to see Newman and her Resident Evil creature daughter and Ryan go hang out and have some little rascal adventures so that we can actually get to know their personalities and actually know them outside of what the adults keep trying to make them into. I mean, we ain't got to have it long and drawn out, just a little bit that we can see them. I'm gonna need Annie to go ahead and get her powers back because at this point you're useless. I would like for the butcher to go somewhere and take some medicine or something because he's how we gonna make it at this point. He's falling apart at this point, and if I don't see some gore, some slicing, dicing, heads popping, laser beams, then take me back to the flying sheep. Okay, if y'all not gonna give me what I need, let's go back to the farm.
Dumb. What about you? No flying sheep, please. Dumb.
I need, because we got 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be okay. If there's only 2 episodes left, then let this next episode be all the chips falling into place. Let all the chips fall into place. And let nothing else need when next episode ends. Let nothing else need set up. So the finale can be an hour of carnage, an hour of action, an hour of getting things done. I don't want you to have to set up nothing or explain nothing in the finale because because 2 episodes left. I'm already past the point where I'm already at the point where you're not giving me what I want.
Where's the massacre? Where's the massacre?
Yeah, where's the massacre? Where's the wrathful gods? Where's Ryan's outcome? What Butcher's outcome? We all of these loose threads, all of the pieces, all the chess pieces got to be placed together next episode. So the last episode we could get it'd be an actual finale. Because that's all I'm gonna say. I know what they're doing because we know last season's gonna be the last season. So that's not what they're gonna do. What they're gonna do is they're gonna spend the next 2 episodes setting everything up, and they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger. So now the last season they can just because it's the last season they can kill everybody. They can spend the budget doing all the special effects. That's what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna be mad about it. But I'm gonna watch it.
Well, devils are so defeated. You know what? I don't even care. I just think with this Gen V season 2, somehow it better be superb at this point because y'all lacking. Let me get this last comment down here from TG before I forget with the super chat. Thank you, TG, for the $2. Should I make a video response to the stream? Absolutely not. No, you should not do that. No. I think you should make your own review on whatever you want to talk about, whether it's The Boys or whatever you're watching. But a response video to this stream, no. I want to see your work, not anything about us or myself. But you guys, that was the live here for I'm sorry, y'all.
The boys.
Just call me off guard. For The Boys, let me show you guys some love really fast. I'm really glad that we could get 100 people in this live. That was really great. I didn't expect that today, and you guys came through with the super chat love also, and being really active in the stream and in the episode. We really appreciate that. I am gonna go and we're gonna have a little break, and then everybody is gonna tell you what's going on their channel, what they have coming up, and where you need to go to find them. We'll be right back, y'all.
street. We keep it in the street. I took a loss, but you still gon' get beat. You still gon' get beat. How much it costs? It never been cheap. It never been. Turn your click up, dog. Turn them up, turn your up, dog. Turn them up. Tiny streets can't cross it. Cross them up. All these streets need bosses. Boss them up. Turn your click up, dog. Turn them up. Turn your up, dog. Turn them up. Tiny streets can't cross it. Cross them up. All these streets need bosses. When my dog get low on his pockets, I'm picking them up. We came from the bottom together. We get it, we splitting it up. If my tell me pay for the pussy, I'll take a tapping and tell her shut up. Standing on business, standing on business, ain't nothing to pipe it up. It ain't nothing to turn up. It ain't nothing to turn your click up. Ain't nothing. We turn the jeweler up. Just look at the diamonds we bust. Look at the people we touch. I'm feeling like Puffy and Russ.
The little intros and get cutaways be killing me every time I run the intro, and it just reminds me of how good the boys used to be. Every time we get started and I hear Soulja Boy, so I'm like, if y'all could just bring Soulja Boy somewhere, like I could just do something, please. Kay with the horror and the hooch and the books, because you read them, I am going to come to you first to let the people know what you have going on and where they need to go to find you. Go ahead, Kay.
Hey, horror people. I'm planning to drop a review for Quiet Place Day 1 this weekend. Of course, come over to the channel if you like horror, if you like sci-fi, comic book stuff. Of course, we got Interview with the Vampire, House of Dragon, The Boys, Evil, a review of The Watchers, a review of Tarot, Sting, Imaginary, Godzilla -1, X-Men 97. So all your horror needs, all your superhero sci-fi stuff, come on over to the channel. Even have a bunch of throwback stuff over there. If you like throwback movies, come on. Underrated stuff, horror people, this is where you need to be. Go on and hit subscribe.
I love it, Kay. Every time I put the camera on you and we get here, you turn into Tabitha, like, hello. It's like, hello. Come on over to the channel. We got warm cookies and ice cream and milk. Come on, we got horror and everything.
Come over to the dark side. We have cookies.
Yo, this is what Kay's channel looks like. Once again, Kay is hella close to 1,000 subs. Please go and help her out in that journey. Dom, I am going to come to you next to let people know what's up with the Screen Static. Go ahead, Dom.
What's up? Yeah, so Screen Static Studios, we coming for all of your TV and movie reviews. Like this next week, we still doing Acolyte every week. That's on Tuesdays. I'm gonna do a review on that. And this week, I just did Beverly Hills Cop, so that came on Netflix, and so I did a review on that and saw Eddie Murphy come back for that. This next week, that Tyler Perry movie comes out on Prime, Divorce in the Black. So definitely gonna talk about that. It's gonna be hilarious. And Longlegs comes out this week in the theater, so I'm going to be doing a review on that. Look for that on Thursday.
And thank you so much, Dom. Doubling down on that Tyler Perry. Y'all know I'm gonna be talking trash. Y'all already know. I hope that movie good, because if it's not, I hope it's not, because it makes for better content. Go on, make it, keep it coming, keep the trash coming, Tyler.
I've learned to not have high expectations. I have learned. I'm not even gonna have any expectations for this.
But some stuff be like, how could you even mess that up? You know, it's divorce. It's about divorce with two real life divorced Black actors. How you gonna mess that up? The tension is not.
He's gonna find a way.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is what Dom's channel looks like. This is what Dom's channel looks like. Please help Dom get to that halfway mark to 1,000 and get him to that 500. We love to see it. As you can see, the content is there. All these good old thumbnails are there. Dom is working. Everybody on the panel is working. Go and support them. Ashley's over there with the sweet perspective, and she gonna tell y'all what she got coming up, because she got something coming every single day. Go ahead, Ashley.
Child, y'all know we got something coming up all the time, but please go back and check out the Supercell video we did, Young, Wild, and Free, a movie review live that we did. So good. But as for me, tomorrow we'll be doing the Ghost season finale, mid-season finale review. Monday and Tuesday, you know, it's House of the Dragon. My recap is up on Sunday and the live is Monday night. But y'all, we had something special for you, because the people voted and they decided they loved Interview with the Vampire season 2. We are running it back, and we are going to be covering Interview with a Vampire season 1. My recap will be up Sunday, and then Tuesday night, same place, same time as the other ones. We will be back to talk Interview with a Vampire season 1, episode by episode, and I cannot wait. So y'all just subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, because y'all know I post every day something.
Ditto what Ashley said. Y'all, Ashley literally hit like 3K like 2 days ago. Now she's already like halfway to 4. And they ain't playing over there on Ashley Top. Like, don't play. Go over there. The people are flocking for a reason. Get over
Ashley
there.
putting in that work.
She is. Y'all go and help Ashley get that halfway, get that 5K, get to that milestone. That's what's, happening. This is what Ashley's channel looks like. Y'all go. We have been in our sisterhood of sharing content. So whatever's over there on Ashley's it's probably over there with me too. Just come on over. Come on over. Support us and all those good things that we are trying to do. Please, please, please. Doubling down on that Interview with the Vampire. Y'all, we coming back. We heard you, and we are going to get with the supply and demand of the situation. Tuesday, we are going to be here. Season 1, episode 1, Louis Lestat and the whole 9. A whole little retrospective now that we've dug deep into season 2 of that. So I'm hoping that you all show up and engage equally so as you did before. Let me get this last super chat from TG before I get off of here. I saw it, TG. Thank you, TG, once again for the $2. All right, I'll put in the work. I hope it works. I hope so too, TG. Bless you, TG. Bless you in everything that you do moving forward. You know how I feel about you. I wish you nothing but success, and ain't nothing to it. But as somebody once said, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. That applies to everything in everyday life. Y'all, anything else before we get on up out of here?
Well, thank you, chat, for showing up and showing out on a Friday night. Listen, you could be anywhere else, but you decided to be here, and we thank y'all. And thank you so much for hosting, Tyra.
Of course, we hope y'all decide to be here next Friday again, because hopefully it's really good and y'all thrive and come in abundance, because the episode was that top tier. We can only hope for so much. But yeah, we will definitely see you guys next Friday, and good night, y'all.